Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Philip.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies.
And today I am about to do a video like one I did a while back. The last previous video, if you've watched or if you haven't, I will leave a link in the description box or in the comments so that you go click it. I taught you how to calculate your safe days, your ovulation days, your safe days, your unsafe days for the regular periods cycle. Today, I want to tackle on the irregular period cycle. That's why I'm doing this video. So I will not repeat most of the things that comes with the counting of these days because I don't want to prolong this video so much so that you can get it. When it comes to irregular, it's not as easy as the other one, so I don't want to give you so much into this video. So if you feel like you've missed some of these things and some of these numbers that I'll carry from the other video, please make sure you click on the link below, go catch up with the other one. But I'll make sure to be as detailed as possible and as simple as possible. Now, right behind me, I have this board that I'm going to use for you to get it better. Now, this is the month of March that we are in currently, 2024. I'm going to use this month as my menstruation month, and I'm going to use Jane as the woman who we are discussing her periods behind her back. So this is what I'm going to use, okay? Before I begin using all this, I want to tell you something, or rather to show you something. I'm going to use a red mark pen. This one is kind of dying. I hope you're going to see. When we talk of irregular menstrual cycle, everybody has their own version of what they think irregular means. But normally, if you remember, I told you when it comes to regular, now I don't want to give you so much that you get overwhelmed. Let me just say this. We have the normal cycle that goes from 21 days up to 35 days. That is the normal range cycle. 21 days. Let me write here. It goes from 21 days to 35. Normal range cycle. It goes from 21 to 35. If you are in between there, you're normal, you're regular. Now, if your cycle is below 21, for example, it could be 19, 18, 20, 17, or could be 36, 37, 40, and all that. That is now what we call irregular menstrual cycle. Now, normally, I hope you got that. 18, 19, if it's not between 21 to 35, it's completely irregular. Mostly, these types of menstrual periods happens due to there are factors that causes them in our bodies, our environments, weather, all this. And if that happens, make sure you see your doctor so that you can try to figure out what's the issue with you, okay? I want to tackle this one right here. This is normal, this is regular. But now we have what we call the people who have varying cycle. Now, there's these people who can have, probably, this is Jane, he can have the month of January alikuwa na 21 day cycle. February they went to 22 day cycle, they went to 28 day cycle, they went to 30, they went to 31, up to 35, as long as they never exceeded 35. Okay, they are still under the regular. Only that their cycle varies. Their cycle length varies from month to month, from month to month. However, there still is people who have this type of cycle that is constant. It's completely constant. It means this month they can have a 28 day cycle, next month a 28 day cycle, next month a 28 day cycle, next month a 28 day cycle. We together? Now, according to us, this is what we call regular, our literal understanding, and this is what we term as irregular. But I hope I have cleared that up. This is the irregular that goes below 21, above 35. Otherwise, if you lie in between there, you are regular. Only that if your number of cycle days are not constant, it only varies from month to month, and it's very difficult for you to track your cycle. This is your video now. Basically, if that's the kind of your monthly cycle length, you have to track your cycle for at least 6 months. Okay, you can track for as long as you want, but at least 6 months. 6 months to have like a concrete number of days, or you can rather have something that you can say my cycle goes from 28 to 26 to 30. Now, let me use Jane as my restoration patient. Okay, this is Jane. Jane has tracked her menstrual cycle length for 6 months. Here are the 6 months that Jane has tracked. Let's go through it, right? This is the first day of her menses. Ile siku ameanza. This is the first day over here, and this is the cycle length for that specific month, or rather the duration. Let me take you through it. Jane saw her first period brand. Okay, first. The second one was 20th October. So between 1st October to 20th October, which is in between here, because this is the next date Jane saw her periods. Jane saw her periods on 18, 21. So it means from our cycle length is normally the very first day you see your period, the very first day you see your period, to the last day, just between, to the last day before your next period. So it means if my period is tomorrow, today is my last day of that cycle. Okay, so Jane saw her first period on 1st October to 20th. So meaning her cycle length is 20 days. Okay, from 20th October, she saw to 21st October her periods, up to 17th November. That is 28 days. From 18th, she saw her next period, up to 17th of December, 30-day cycle. Are you getting my point? Please, if you don't get it, it's okay to pause the video and get to understand where you feel you are lost or stuck. Okay, until you get this. So, up to 21st January, Jane saw her periods on 11th February, and that month cycle was 22 days. Okay, now from 11th, Jane saw her next period on 3rd March, and it went to 21 days cycle. So Jane is expecting her menstrual periods on this month. So that's what we are trying to figure out, where it will come in between the safe days and all that. Okay, now I hope you get this, because this tracking will help us get the ovulation time, It will help us get to the safe days in fertile period. Okay, now when we come to irregular, when we are trying to subtract and get to our fertile period, we are working with the month of March. Please note, with the month of March, we take, I'll be using this and this underneath. This is the calendar, okay? We take, I hope we are together up to that point. Now, I have combined these two so that it can be easier for you to understand. Mark our third day, 3rd of March is when we begin our next monthly period. Okay, here's our calendar. So this is the day we are beginning our menstrual period. I've circled that because we are going to work with that day so much. Now, when you want to determine our first beginning of our fertile period, this is what we do for this type of irregular menstrual cycle length. Okay, we come here, Jane had already tracked her menstrual cycle days. So from the tracking of 6 months, from the tracking of your 6 months, you take the lowest cycle length, and you subtract 18. For example, in this case of Jane, 20 was the lowest. So we take 20, you minus 18 to give you 2. Okay? This 2, you come here, you begin from, let me use a different marker. From day 3, we count from the day we begin our menses, which is day 3. We count 1, 2. Okay? Mark. This is, we can maybe circle this. 2. Now, number 2 is the beginning of our fertile period for the month of March. Now, to get the final day of our fertile period for the month of March, this is what we do. We come back to our tracked cycle lengths. We get the highest cycle days from this, and we subtract 11. Okay, for example, in this case 35 is our highest, so we take 35 and we minus 11 to give us 24. I hope we're together. So when you get 24, we come back to our calendar. We count from the beginning, the day we first started our menses. Be together. So this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. My marker is over. So let me surround this. Let me circle this. Have you seen what I've done there? Now we have the beginning of our fertile period, which comes from 5th to 25th. All these days in between, from 5th to 25th, that is our safe. That is our that is our fertile period for the month of March. For our irregular type of menstrual cycle lengths, okay? So it means if you have sexual intercourse in any of these days, your chances of getting pregnant are very high, Remember, From the previous video, we said a sperm can last in a human body for 5 days. So it means, however, whichever day you have sex here, the sperms will last in your body for 5 days. Okay? So if you're not ready for this, remember all this time you're very fertile. Also, if you're trying to get pregnant, these are the times that you need to have intercourse, because your chances of getting pregnant are very high. Remember, however, it's only if you and your spouse or your partner are not experiencing any fertility issues, or you are not having any other issues in your bodies and all that, that will only make it happen for you guys. I hope you got that. And I don't want to overwhelm you guys with so much info on this type of menstrual cycle. Now, from day 1 and day 2, it's not circled. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and probably the beginning of April, it's not circled. So now that is your unsafe days, your safe days. You're not fertile. This is your unfertile days, unfertile safe days. Okay, safe days. This is the fertile period. These are the safe days. Please, if you don't get it, it's okay to post a video. Keep going back and forth so that you get it, because it's not as easy calculation until you focus and redo it and practice. In the meantime, you can keep praying, posting until you get it. And if you are wondering where I'm getting all these numbers, it's because the previous video I explained so much into details. So if you feel there's something you're missing out, if you feel like this was not your type of cycle, please go back. I've done the other one and I'll attach the link below. Okay, I hope you got it, and I hope if I left something and you have a clue or an idea about it, please, you're free to comment on the comment section below. Also, if you feel the information up here is helpful to you or any other person, remember to share it and like this video and subscribe. And until the next video, bye.